Goodness. I'm feeling the effects of the cold now in my hands. Where now my body is going through a growth process where I'm developing through a process of change in temperature. So I'm not in pain. I'm feeling life. And so I'm constantly coming alive and constantly living my life here. So this is important. I see here they have a tangerine ginger, cinnamon plum. What's that? Mystic Matt. Shit. China breakfast. So, a Rishi classic China breakfast offers a smooth and comforting breakfast tea experience. This black tea is a select grade of Tippy Ding Hong, grown in the densely forested Wash Shan ecological tea garden in Yunnan. China breakfast is beloved for its mellow character and aromatic hints of caramel, cocoa pod, and lychee. A bit smoother than our English breakfast tea, presents a deep red infusion that is soft enough to enjoy on its own or exquisite with a dollop of milk and amber honey. So it has these ingredients that apparently they have the proper elements as far as what chocolate can be made from, and these different things that they have such a powerful impact that they can literally thrive off of it. And I wonder if it's just an impersonation of it, or is it in its richness of what it's intended to be. Some kind of go with that slang there, but I really don't know. Yeah. That's a So they don't have like a, I don't see it here. I don't see like a plain toast. That's on the I don't see it. So I don't know how to ask specifically what they have. I have a question because I didn't really. I know that you have like teas and different things. Mm-hmm. I didn't see anything like, for instance, that your juice that you have here, or
those are cold pressed juices. We do have small bottled juices, orange, apple, grapefruit.
So they're not called juice, they're called cold pressed juice. Okay. Cold pressed juicery.
Yep.
Okay. And so how much are those? I don't know.
The price is here.
Oh,
It's
okay.
with tag.
May I read one of them?
Yeah, what do you like?
I don't really know anything about them. Just trying to look and see.
Descriptions are on them if you'd like to look at them.
Okay, so that was spinach apple. Okay. And do you have any other, like, I know you said that you don't do, like, mixed drinks or whatever. Like, what's that, sodas that you have or different? How much are those?
Those are seltzers, yeah. And then we have
The V8. And then that is half and half of teas, too.
Arnold Palmer.
Okay. And how much are those?
Let's take
Fountain soda.
$2.64.
Okay, so you have for fountain sodas too.
Correct.
Now, for fountain sodas, is there like a refill on that, or do you do
Yes, you can get one refill.
one refill? Is that the same with your coffee too?
Coffee, brewed coffee, you'd get one refill on us.
Okay. No. Oh, so it is not included with the price. Then you would just it would be something free, or
So if you order like a combo meal, it would come with a drink and a side. If you get if you get just a brewed coffee, you get one refill on us.
okay. Now, do you make any like okay? As far as like if I was to order, just do you have different? What's the kind of toast bread do you use?
We have lots of different breads. We have white wheat, rye, sourdough, Italian, or 9 grain.
Okay, and so I don't eat animal products. I eat clean. I try to get whatever, like something natural. So do you have like a list of more natural? You don't have anything natural?
I mean, as far as like ingredients, I'd have to call down to our kitchen.
Okay.
So as far as what you're looking at, I'm not sure.
Well, I asked you the question so that I could let you know.
absolutely.
And so if I would get, like you said, a 9 grain bread that you have,
9 grain, yes.
do you toast it on something where you may have used or butter or?
Correct.
Oh, so I couldn't get anything.
Well, our
clean
toaster
from-
itself is for everything. So, I mean, as far as like our toaster over there, we put all breads on it.
Okay.
Okay.
And so is that including the bread that may have animal products or? Jasmine Renee Davis.
I mean, I know, but I can't guarantee that animal, like somebody didn't put a buttered bread in there to
So-
retoast it.
Oh, so then you don't.
As far
I'm
as-
not vegan,
Right.
but I'm not religious or anything, but I just choose to
Sure.
eat like as clean as possible. So I want to eat something here. I mean, I could get a fountain drink. That's fine. Probably, I don't know what size you have. Is that the only size?
Just this size, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there is cross-contamination. I can't guarantee you, I mean, buttered bread has gone through our toaster before.
I understand. Okay. And then, so how much is your, how much are your coffees or your tea? Because I didn't even see the.
So
it's like $4 and something.
It's
over
listed
there.
on the board.
Okay.
I can ring it up for you just so you can have an idea.
Just for like a
hot tea?
so it's $3 for a hot tea.
$3.16.
Okay, and then so I just will get a fountain drink for now.
Okay.
And then I can kind of try to understand. Maybe you just will come here just to get something to drink, and I understand that. That's fine. Now, with your salads or whatever, are these the only salads that you have here? Okay, so you don't do like because I noticed that you may have something on your computer that you don't have on your menu, and so that's why
that's what we are.
that I could ask you if you just did like a plain lettuce salad without any of the meats or anything that have that are listed on here.
20 minutes. Okay, so now
So,
okay.
so I don't know. So as far as your oatmeal or your
Let's see if I have oatmeal left.
Oh, yeah, you were saying last week that you were talking about it. Please.
No. Okay. We're out of our oatmeal right now.
Are you? Do you have power oats?
We're out of our oatmeal options right now.
Yeah, it's like a flat.
Oh, okay. I didn't know
we
that
ran-
was the
we ran
same.
out.
So it's oatmeal and power oats. Okay. So I would just like to please order a fountain drink, and you said that I can pay for it. When I pay for it, it comes with the refill. So it's
You get a refill, yes.
okay. And how much is a cup of ice?
You can do the combo, yeah, with
Cup
a
of ice
small
you can
coffee.
have.
Okay, I would like to purchase a cup of ice and then also a fountain drink.
Okay.
And then do you have water?
Water's in the soda.
The soda fountain too? Okay, I appreciate it.
Hello, how are you? Good. And then also. Oh, could I add it's all right. How about you? Yeah, going through the motions. Thank you.
I put 237 out of 5.
Oh, what does that mean?
Fountain soda?
237 out of 5?
Yep. You have a 5 you're going to pay with?
Oh, I'm counting my own money. Okay, can you put do you have an account to put so that I can hold account for having the 2 cups? Like, do you have an option?
No, we don't. So you could just have a cup of ice on me.
Oh, I don't want to challenge you on that.
Oh, no.
I just don't want
We don't charge
to.
for a cup of ice.
Oh,
So
okay.
just a fountain soda. It's
Oh.
$2.37.
Okay, because you have to pay for that. So
The soda,
So I
yes.
would I'm gonna pay for the soda. But
Yeah.
what I'm saying is, you said that this cup will be on you, so you do have an amount that you have to pay, and so I wouldn't want you to have to take on that
It's all good.
amount.
It's all good. It's on me, okay?
Oh no, thank you. Okay, here this is it. So if I choose to,
So you have a soda and a cup of ice.
well, if you have to pay for it for me, I'd rather not get a cup
I'm
of.
not paying for it. It's okay. Ice is free, okay? Okay, you're $63 and $2. Okay?
May I have this? Please? And so now you said that.
Don't mind, I'm just going to help
Oh,
you
sure,
for
of
a
course.
Yes. Oh, did you already pay for it? Or did you order
No,
it?
no, I didn't
Okay, I
pay
can
for
go
it.
help you. I'll meet you.
Oh, okay, that's
Okay.
all. Sure. Yes.
I'm just finishing here.
So you said another area out there is your area?
It is not.
Oh,
That
it's
is-
not
that
for
is
your
the
customers.
thing.
You
That
said
is-
for people that come in here.
They can eat, if it's full in here, they can eat out there.
Oh, okay. Because you did say that for people for someone to come
For
in here, they
customers
can
who
go.
eat here, they can take it out there if they choose, and then they just bring their dishes back in here.
Oh, okay. But would there be any specific issue with security or anything? Because
I don't know.
so you don't know, but you suggest to go out there. Okay, I understand.
It's just, if it's full in here, you're able to sit out there as well, okay?
What's your name?
I'm Laura.
Or I'm Jasmine Renee Davis. They're not around then. Sauces. This one here. New York, 1788 Gateway to Freedom, 2001. So, let's see here. A lot of it seems inappropriate. They don't know whether or not, being compromised the situation, but to suggest that it just seems something. Okay. So, let's see here. This is where. I don't know if I want to spread the Coca-Cola. Always Coca-Cola. Oh, I should have. I don't even know how to get a straw. Shit. Just use a straw. It's more syrupy. It tastes like the syrup, and then it tastes like the seltzer water. I don't even know why I got ice in there. I should never put ice in there in this one. Fuck. Okay, well, I'm about to do this. Pour this soda here. Okay, so I just use this cup for ice. And I can put this up here. Coca-Cola. Okay. That little space I have right there. What's the problem? Sound. Oh, I'm gonna try to get it out of there. Oh, great. So while I have some stuff that I need to put on, some paperwork.
I think I've seen about this to some. I think you should stop.
Whatever this machine is doing, it's making this taste more like a diet Coke. And it's putting out an appropriate amount of the carbonation to the syrup. It's not again, how it should be.
Yeah. I will say, like, that one Dante.
Trying to get some of the bad taste out of my conversation here. Just from here. Just saying, like, how was it that I'm being told to go out there, but they don't know whether or not I'll be asked to leave, but I'll be purchasing something. But it's a chance that I'll be asked to leave. Oh, you want to know specifically? I'm not mad. I come here. It's not about that.
This one.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, see, community action still around here. How bad they stealing. How bad they stole from Vera. How I got an eviction. They wouldn't even pay the man his $1,450 fucking dollars. That's it. Then they pay him for about 5 or 6 months. Fuckers sit here giving fake ass breast pumps, toy breast pumps, where it makes a mother believe that I can't produce the breast milk because it's not sucking. They're not industrial grade. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not medical grade. They doing business with whoever buys some, probably dumpster diving, the rejects. And they sit up there. I got an eviction. That's when they decided the man filed the eviction. The same day he filed the eviction, he got the fucking check. And he's talking about and it's supposed to be through COVID-19, a program in college, on probation, fighting the system. They're saying probation for somebody cutting me in my head, attacking me. I called the police. They charged me specifically. I'm not hating. What I'm saying is, why do I have to have this in my life? And it may interrupt. It changes my class. It keeps me in the area of all my own. Well, no matter where I go, I can be independent. I can take care of my matters. But this is all the stuff that I have to go through. And then they paid the rent and then was giving me trouble to pay it after they paid it. And then they still had money going into 2023. 2000, wait a minute. Yeah. Going on to 2023. And so I called them and I told them that I'm continuing to, because I said I can't move into this man's duplex because I don't have the money and he's charging $1,450. And they said no, they'll pay it for like up to like 18 months. Pay the rent. Okay, whatever month they were asking. They were paying it. That's how much money they were getting. These are people who made a business, who learn how to ask for my money or whoever's money from a system that is available to whoever. They learn how to ask for it, they learn how to get it. And in turn, so as appreciation to them, I guess, they get to have ruling over all these different families. They all go to them because they're the ones that know how to do it. They know how to get the money from the state of Wisconsin to pay their bills, their energy. I'm Jasmine Renee Davis. They know how to get money for milk products. So what they do is, right? They say, oh, you can come here and get a breast pump through WIC program, right? Ooh, they got a nice little office or something, right? Huh? They still renting. And then they put the babies, string them out on their stuff. My son's face was breaking out. So I said, hey, that's a problem. So I had to go and get it was breaking out from the milk that they had given him. Now, whatever growth that was, okay? But the dermatologist wasn't telling me, hey, this is what he had to have, so that it wasn't like he was growing hair on his face. Now, this was situations where he was scratching where my baby has scratches. So he don't have that problem now. He had this little, he said, put some gloves on his hands. But they tell me that I could not request some gloves when my son was reaching into his diaper and taking out his poop, because that's how he's choosing to take care of himself. He's a little independent baby boss baby, right? In a way, I suppose. But they say that if I put gloves on my son's hands, because the poop was getting under his nails, and I didn't want to embarrass other people for my son. The program said Kenosha Human Development Services told me that it was, see how they try to work together. Tell me that I was restricting my son so they could not buy him gloves. But they'll pay for someone gloves who's coming in to change his diapers, to bathe him, but he couldn't have it, whatever, okay. But they put my son on this, so I had to get a prescription to get Good Start AR. But the little breast pump that they had given me, some kind of little bitty tiny plastic breast pump. And I didn't believe and know it until now, later when I'm developing more, wait a minute. That breast pump was barely sucking my breast. They trying to tell me that I could not make milk. The hospital right here did not, and I don't care, because they want that the identity information, because they ain't really state and Wisconsin employees to really get what the fuck that they have to get. They are frauds, scammers. Did not teach me in the hospital. I gave birth to my baby. So he was born into poverty on purpose. They starved me. They starved my baby. He put him out. So I woke up, my baby was sucking so hard to get the milk out of my body, where he had a red ring around his mouth. They did not replenish my blood. They took my placenta. I was supposed to be able to take that in. My baby was supposed to take that in so that I can be able to produce milk out of my body for my reasons. They told me that I was married. I got married at the courthouse. I filed divorce at the courthouse. I got divorced through courts. Told me don't let the man suck on my breasts because it would send me into preterm labor, right? But then they induced my labor through their
do their whatever and do whatever they use to induce my life. So you sitting there taking food off out of the mouth of my babies, telling me that my body is not good enough. In some places, that's enough to divorce, and then to give me a letter that says, or to give me a reputation that says I'm infertile. I can't even produce milk. They did not give me my vitamins. They did not prepare me for childbirth. They are not smarter than me. They tell me that I'm dumb, but I have the answers. Okay? But they steady want to lock me up. Have all these agencies that worked against me to then abuse me, where they did not prepare my body through the milking process. Now, if I was married, they could have used the man to show how to suck the breast, or whatever the situation is. They could have used a medical grade breast pump. Even when I went to jail, they never asked me, can I continue? Do I have milk? I can't pump my milk or nothing. Kenosha Police Department in 2006, I had just had a baby, sent me to jail. Somebody came and threw a rock through my motherfucking window at my dad's house. My dad, I was arguing with dad, fighting my dad. But I had called the police. The fuck you motherfuckers just coming around throwing, this is my dad's house. He owns this house. Don't owe you motherfuckers shit, not even property taxes. You ain't about to come over here and just throw rocks and shit. So I did. I involved them. Maybe I shouldn't have. What was I supposed to do? Be such a team player, a trooper, a neighborhood motherfucking mama, auntie probably at the time, that I just let them abuse my dad's house and his windows? I called the police. And if I would have fought it on my insurance as much as windows cost, or maybe I just had the money to just buy them, they would have told me to give police reports. They weren't giving me any police reports for shit that was happening around, because it probably would have went back on them. As I seen their fucking mayor, David Bagdala, calling my fucking police when I was in their neighborhood at 6905 84th Avenue, renting, paying $2,300 motherfucking dollars a month. He calls and makes a report about me and said that I had a garbage can on my own, the fucking property I was leasing. That's mine. And he said I had some outdoor furniture outside. Now this is the fucking so-called, now he's the mayor of Kenosha, Wisconsin. Andy Burr sit up there, fucking county board supervisor, had keys to my dad's house. Is he going to explain that to any motherfucking body? Why the fuck would he sit there and come up to me and have keys to my house? And gonna call my dad. But this is the kicker. He called and reported my dad's house because of the fucking grass. Nigga, get the fuck out of here. You sit here and got the motherfucking keys and I wonder is that my dad motherfucking Chicago Bears flag, because I don't know who, somebody stole that motherfucker. Shit. And then his wife want to fight me like I'm cheating with him. Nigga, I'm sitting here 2 days in the basement of 1656 34th Avenue, 53144, Kenosha, Wisconsin, knowing I got a household and trying to stuff motherfucking envelope for this punk ass motherfucker for 2 days. I mean, real 2 days stuffing fucking envelopes. I found out these mugs sit there and reported me too. And was smiling in my face, doing all kinds of things. But there's no reason why they trying to say that I don't have any sense. They have been fighting me every time I question them, anytime I did something, saying all this bad stuff about me, right? So this program TANF wants Not that I had to go to the different classes. They did not send me through any classes. I had signed up for a parenting class through Aurora in 2005, 2006. But it was just a standard. Look, they had this book that I did not value as much, right? But it did not teach me hands-on. I'm not convincing anybody because can you explain why that doctor did not give me my blood back? Why I had to go to another hospital and have surgery when I had all this stuff? A big old abscess, and they took this surgery on me for a fucking tooth where they told me that they couldn't care for my tooth. Where he did not give me my blood, where he used his hand to bust my water bag. This ain't no low blow. This is me living my life. And I'm having it already through my own talking to myself that I decide to put content out here on my videos as a content creator. And to inform of the real situation that is happening. Oh, community action agency, they still in business around here. The judge is sitting there, don't want to hear. Oh, you don't want to hear the case because he had already dropped it. Soon as don't tell me that I don't fight. Soon I kept sending in right then and there. I got it online, submitted all this proof, boom, 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 boom. Nothing right on top, boom, 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 immediately. So it's not like I don't fight. They told me that they do something, you're saying it's something that they give that they believe that a tail is on my baby. Not because I had a tail, but because of the baby that is in their care, they have a tail that they somehow remove. But where does the tail then go? That's what they told. That's what I read in that book. They didn't give me the education though. They put my babies right on their formula to rely on them to depend on them. I went to see some in pediatrician. The state of Wisconsin. Oh, versus Jasmine Renee Davis. I done been through all half the information all about this motherfucker that happened to me. It wasn't a rumor. It wasn't anything. But they have told me too many times that I was not good enough, that I was not producing. I seen things differently from my own self. I have heard the voice being spoken, and I have had more of an orgasm than somebody motherfucker even touching me. I believe in myself. Shit. I had an orgasm in my goddamn sleep a couple days ago. Earlier during one of them days. I don't give a fuck. So I wasn't that excited about it. It wasn't like it was a fucking landmark. I have been married in these jails. They have taken my wedding rings off of my hands. They have cheated me right here in Racine, Wisconsin. You don't never supposed to take nobody's wedding ring off of them. And I had a band too. And I had a fucking from K Jewelers. Them motherfuckers cheap too. First started out at the outlet. Then I went to the motherfucking store over there on 75th Street. Please. I was scouting that motherfucking store. Going in there. Talking to them, learning about the motherfucking diamonds. The diamond fell out of the outlet mall out there, Prime Outlets. I was driving I was at 6149 106 Avenue. I was so proud of Terrell. He had saved up money from his portion of the taxes, right? So we split it. We split it in 3 ways, right? But I always put my money into the house. And he used to tell me, why you taking your stuff back? Why don't you keep it? Why don't you? And I used to always buy stuff to make it more simple, whatever, or buy him stuff, buy my baby something, whatever. Now, so he said, let's go get a ring. And so we went out there to the outlets. And I was looking for one of them motherfucking elaborate, I don't know, some kind of motherfucker. I want some real, I'm looking at the 1990s type of motherfucking diamonds that like my mama used to wear. No, the motherfuckers real solid gold, thick. All they shit looks so cheap and thin. The diamonds don't even look real no motherfucking more. The casings of it, I was looking like, what? I'm not finding what the fuck I want to get. Because I had bought my own wedding ring, but the thing, it came really, I guess Terrell did put a couple dollars on it because he had left, and then I had just taken the deposit off of it. Okay, but I had went and I was paying money. But I had this little bitty, it was maybe like a $50 ring from K Jewelers in Regency Mall. It was Regency Mall back then. But he had left. So shit, I was like, fuck it. And so I just said, well, I just use it toward, the ring, toward just get me another one, you know? And so I had to order it, they sized it, and they had it already, but they had to send it out. And so I had got this plan where no matter what size, they would reshape it for me. Okay, but when I was wearing my heart ring, they would always try to put a beep, beep, beep on myself. And my mom gave me this heart-shaped pinky, real diamond. It had a bunch of little diamonds in it, but it was real thick gold. So, I don't know. But through all these problems or whatever, what is the situation that I have to sit out here and be told that I'm inadequate, I'm insufficient, can't produce, not being productive, that like I cannot produce, that anything that I reproduce is subject to rejection, inspection, and they don't even qualify, where they don't even have the right equipment or tools to even see what it is that they so-called look for. They ain't even read their shit. I don't have to believe in their birthing experience because they believe that I have to stay in state laboratories. I have to stay amongst their things. That I have to depend on them. That I have to take their drugs from their pharmacies. That I can go elsewhere and get whatever I need to draw into me. If I go there, it's because what else I'm gonna do? Maybe my dad could have fucking helped me bring the baby up out of me. I don't know. I believe that any man or woman should be able to deliver their own baby. It should be that instead of them trying to hurry up, they should put you want to make some money? Educate this man to be able to deliver his own child, to be able to take care of whoever brings his baby, and maybe understand that maybe what he's looking for. If some men want to be able to have babies, why can't they? Well, because you are being told that you have this and that and other. Some people are born with both options of the organs, but they put stuff into people. But some people don't let it happen. And then they say they're hermaphrodites, and then they try to call them mentally ill and unstable. they're testing the waters too much, and they're putting me in a situation where they're trying to take advantage of me. They want to take my strength from me. They want to take things away from me instead of telling somebody it's probably going to be a long journey, but you might have what you're looking for inside of you. You might have to do a little. Some people sell their houses. Some people, not even them only, the grandparents and the aunties and uncles, just to bring a baby into here. And these motherfuckers sitting here taking advantage and believe that I'm not gonna cry. Don't believe that I can't fuss. Believe that I can't yell. Believe that I can't scream and cry. And motherfucker go harder and declare war on this motherfucker shit. For what reason? Do you understand that some people have to beg and even fucking pray for a baby, and they charge them so much money to have babies sometime? Fertility specialists, all that. And I was able to bring 2 sexes in this world that could have been 4. They could have taken care of themselves. And I did not have the question to say, wait, I want my babies to have both of their organs. I want them to have everything that is within them. Wait, I want this. I want that. I want to change. I want my baby to have this color eyes. And they're not intelligent enough to fuck with me. And they worry that all the money is going to come to me. And there's enough to go around. But this place is not big enough for the... And like I said, if you can't beat them, join them. They know I don't want to have anything to do with them. They know they ain't going to come to me. So they're going to force themselves to work for me, to be here for me. But they have been abusing me every step of the way. The worst thing they could ever tell me is that my body cannot grow. That my body, and they know that from the beginning, they had all the nutrients, the foods, every motherfucking thing. My dad used to take me to all you can eat buffet, all country buffet. Scientific, probably like a motherfucker. And I made the choice to say, okay, well, I'll go to Golden Corral. It's a little bit more fun, whatever. But I see the different varieties of all of the fucking shit that I could possibly have. But my dad did not stop there. He had food at his house. But I had an opportunity every day almost. And then eventually every day, because we were driving to Racine. We were driving to Racine. My dad spent so much more fucking money in Racine on food and clothes, showing appreciation, paving a way for maybe a day like today. You want to talk about support system, models, all this stuff in a situation that is really secure. But he paid for just that day. But me being me, I would throw it up in your motherfucking face and let you know, because you act like you made me. I had to pay for all of this shit. No deposit, no return. They made a choice. And I guess they don't make mistakes though. So, you know what I'm saying? They don't make mistakes. So they made a choice to tell me that my baby have to be strung out on their dope and their drugs and their milk, and not from me. They have already decided to take my ability to connect and be the one to continue to create my child. Even to this day, if I want to tell, if I had a daughter that's 19 right now, and I want to give her some of my breast milk, I can, and it still will be my baby, and I can't nobody tell me shit what to do. I may not do it in public or whatever, but she know that she have a mother's house that she can go to. My son, 14, if I want to give him breast milk, I can, even if I pump that shit into a cup and I pour it and it's there in my... I don't have that. I bought a house with a refrigerator. I tried to buy a house with a refrigerator in the fucking wall to be able to have... That could have been my fucking hospital. Motherfuckers sit there and don't believe that I can think that far, and I did. You motherfuckers sit there. I have a family tree. I said 8 bedrooms. By the time I would have enough foreign exchange students from University of Wisconsin Parkside, I even tried to be a foster mother. I could have paid off my shit. My dad ain't never had to be sick, ain't never had to go through. And then this nigga gonna talk about what my problem was. I'm telling him the basement, I'm gonna use it for this foreign exchange student. It's one that I had used for storage, right? They had trash everything up in there, whatever. It don't matter, it flooded. Then it was two other rooms, right, and an area. So like a living room area, in the kitchen, right? And I said, whoever can use that and use the kitchen and outside, but not in my areas. What's saying? How many you get? You get 2 living rooms and everything, and I only get one. So he tells me that he's gonna sleep in the basement with the student. I said, no, this is fucked up. My son's sleeping in the room with me. And saying, sleep in his room. 8 bedrooms, right? But I said, no, you don't even want to sleep with your wife. But you want to sit down here and you want to sleep. You know what I'm saying? So that was an issue. That was a problem. I had to work with it. I had to fight through it. So I had to get my shit. But what I'm saying is they keep putting me in a situation over and over and over and over again as if I am failing and I am growing. And I have tried. I believe that I had to be quiet and this and that. And I wasn't always just so fucking quiet. But I went to Boston store, right? And my dad, and I really disgusted my dad. I had started discussing my dad. Maybe I ain't discussing, but people were just staring. It's like, what are they all just looking at? I don't know. But I never looked how beautiful my dad was, how beautiful I am, how beautiful my daughter had been in a department store. Like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't look. I'm like, why are they all? And my dad was like, this motherfucker, the total opposite. What the fuck? All this hard work I'm doing, this motherfucker just wild out here, just, you know what I'm saying? Fuck that. I ain't working for goddamn free. No more cheap motherfucking labor. Shit. But I had a problem. And I had a bad problem. But they had been trying to tell me, but I didn't know. But it's my responsibility. I talk on these live videos to sometimes just give the information, because maybe somebody that I have known can hear it. So this don't have to be a constant repeating cycle through all of this. These people are attacking, like I said, the worst motherfucker good start. You know what I'm saying? They want to mandate shit. Poor. And so I had went out there, right? They tell me to put my baby on cow's milk. Oh, so I guess you know what's coming. You're going to take my baby off his mother's milk and turn him into a motherfucking cow. So now you can officially say that he specifies as a goddamn cow. Come on, make it make sense. I'm giving him the closest thing that he can do to have his own energy, his own life. And you motherfuckers out here turning me into a fucking cow. It is. And that is what the fuck it is. And it's chickens and all these motherfucking things. But give me a taste of that motherfucking universe and where the gods at. I don't give a fuck. Where are the fucking scientific aliens? Where are the motherfucking unidentified flying goddamn objects? For real, I want the fuck my starship space motherfucking ship. I went to Walmart. Yes, I did. And they had like this powder stuff, right? Please. And it was like, it wasn't a formula, but it was like that, you know, it was like a shake almost. Not like, it's like a powder. I don't want to insult Boost, but it's supposed to have different things up in it, right? So I said, okay, fine. What I'm about to do is add this up into the milk, even into the formula milk, because I had some of the formula milk too, right? So then I was boosting it up to give my son more, and he really wasn't drinking it. He was so disappointed. I never seen my baby pout ever before. And he was 2 years old. Children's Hospital told me to stop breastfeeding my baby when he was 2. I find out these motherfuckers still breastfeeding and still giving them breast milk even after they're 7 and all these different ages. Meanwhile, they want to sit there and change the age for they can consent for different things at 14. And you know that your baby is still a baby because he's still on his motherfucking some kind of milk from one of his parents or both. They don't talk like that. You know what I'm saying? You motherfuckers, I'm Jasmine Renee Davis. You motherfuckers sit out here and do everything that you can to not give the real information and spread the real motherfucking information and the truth and shed light because you like to see all these ugly motherfuckers around here. It's people in the background training, pushing motherfuckers for them to throw up the motherfucking things that they have swallowed so that they can be able to have flexibility, I don't know, agility, so they can be able to transform into something more strong so that motherfuckers can't stand a full motherfucking work day. So that they can't stay up. They told me that if I stayed up for more than 24 hours, I'm mentally ill. That's a condition. They are trying to overpopulate some kind of information to try to socialize me, amongst themselves, to inform somebody oh, this is how you take her down. This is how strong she is. This is all this me. So they need that much tranquilizers and shit. They want tranquility. They want starvation. They want me to go and conform into some declared religion so that they can have access to me. And I don't know their interpretation, but all they ask me to do is sign the paper so I can get a plant-based food. What plant is that? Plant-based. This woman, the fucking supervisor at Kenosha County Jail said, well, the bread is plant-based. The real bread is plant-based. The bread that you all motherfucker try to act like you really making, but it ain't the real bread, but you getting paid $1,000 to make a fucking $3 or $4 loaf. That bread and your broke down motherfucking ovens. Oh, you pay for that shit to come in through Airmark. Oh, you talking about Airmark that fully function cities and all kinds of shit to they liking? But they ain't teaching the motherfucker shit. But somebody getting that motherfucking information. Oh, them dumbass bitches just walking around trying to be like Condoleezza Rice. But my baby motherfucking sit there was carrying around Condoleezza Rice books. But you want to sit there and say that he a criminal, bitch, right here. Got shit coming, do they? Yes, they do. They got it coming from the wrong goddamn way. You convinced motherfucker gonna retire here? This what you do to your baby? You won't even teach him. This motherfucker called the red onion. Let me try. I guess they gotta take the steps to get to where they get. They get to pay the way for their generations to come. They get to fuck up and to make sure their children have something. But they want to hold me motherfucking accountable and make sure my children know how horrible I am. Horrible. Terrible. Never, motherfucker never would know. Shit. Motherfuckers that sit there and Bible study every motherfucking week in their privacy of their own house and tell me that I'm motherfucking cheating and fucking around. That's your excuse to try to that's what you gonna tell a real motherfucker to excuse it when you know that motherfucker try to know something. That's why you kicking my ass and being mean to me. Cause I'm cheating. Adulterer. I'm not. But that's how you see me. Motherfuckers, they can't, that's unequally yoked. Motherfuckers, that yoke, you put around that motherfucker's neck. Well, one motherfucker here, can't pull this plow on my own. Fuck that. I came into this motherfucker with something. Motorcycles. Car. My dad bought me a car when I was born. JRD 612, baby. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was a Chrysler. Fifth Ave. That motherfucker was rich though. Sure. I don't know what's up with motherfucking American Motors and Chrysler. Are they who? I suppose like a lot of different ones have their version of each car. To see they compete. That shit fun. Maybe they just have a different class. Like you can get this, but you're gonna have to level up to each and every class. But I suppose it's kind of like the mobile phones. Why do y'all put out these phones knowing that they're gonna tear up? Why don't you just put it out there and say this is how much it costs? Make sure if you can make it so the screens don't break on any phone, at least make sure none of the screens break. But then they will sit there and they want to take the whole phone back at the screen. But you get everything in the motherboard. They are very intelligent. And all that they do. And for me, I can't explain. They have security guards and all kinds of stuff to try to weigh me down. And needless to fucking say, still do everything I can to be heard. Sit there and have me believe that they had to pull out my tooth. But then I said, they don't do root canals, right? But shit, that's still a fucking problem. They charge all that money to cement somebody's stuff so that they cannot grow their teeth or whatever. It's just sitting there. They take all the nerves for themselves. They study all these different things. But do you ever say, okay, now I have studied your nerves. I have studied whatever portion that you have in your body. And now I'm going to put it back. And it's going to be way more stronger. And you shall have double for your trouble. You can be much stronger. They talk about they take the wisdom teeth out. They pull the. I said, damn, I saw this picture of like a lion. I said, wait, that lion is missing a tooth right here. The lion is missing a tooth right here, just like me. This was just like days ago. And I was like, why are y'all pulling out my teeth? But then I suppose they say, because they're students. They get away with it. I do not have to have a student to talk to me. I do not have to have all these people coming in my face, nor my information. I can take care of myself. Sit there and try to make me believe. I never knew. I said, they was lying. Like children in school, in elementary, probably, I don't know, these elementary and some children like second or third grade talking about having sex and stuff. Shit, I got no conversation. But they're being diagnosed. And so I'm hearing them talk about, oh, depression. What does depression mean? Somebody done told them it just mean, they're having a rough day. They ain't telling them what it really means. You sit there, your mama and them daddy, whoever, they probably foster children. There was one motherfucker who was fucked up. She was doing all kind of drugs. She was on acids and shit. Too, though. I never knew about that shit. I said, oh, she's my best friend. I had to have a best friend. My motherfucking best friend. But her mom was sick in a wheelchair. But she had a best friend. And them motherfuckers, her best friend, I know their names. I don't know them, but I know that they had these names. I don't know if they're still their names now. But she said her daddy fucked her up because I said, why? They said, just look at her. Like, I'm in 7th grade. How the fuck am I supposed to really understand this? I'm behind, I guess. I didn't shit, I ain't have my cherry pop. Still ain't have my cherry pop. Shit, fuck it. No. I told the police in Kenosha that. I said, yeah, what is this? A virgin? Motherfucker. Now, ain't nobody held up that motherfucking bloodstained banner. And then shits and me talk about they bust my virginity. Huh? I'm interested. I'm interested in my life. I have interest in myself. This motherfucker said, look at her. Her dad, she's walking with gap legs and all this shit. And she's strutting her stuff, every motherfucking thing. Happy. Her dad went off on her. I said, what happened? What did you do? Because of your legs. And so she had a big ass gap between her legs and shit now. Like her dad wasn't inspecting her. You know what I'm saying? Looking at her. These motherfuckers around here be wanting to know if they dad molesters and shit like that. Why? Because you stupid ass motherfuckers out here, somebody is molesting them. Shit, I can live. I have to make it. But I'm telling you, I know that I have to have nutrition so that I can build my blood, so that my stuff can circulate. I'm not a lost cause. This is not going to be a funeral for me. You know what I'm saying? So, she was on all kind of fucking drugs and, you know what I'm saying, all this different shit. For my situation, I was kind of, I don't know, but they had diagnosis. They're getting diagnosed with all kind of shit. But I noticed how the system was being intrusive on them. When they had, you know what I'm saying, parents that were, some parents probably, shit, some of them motherfuckers were out there living up in Hunter's Rip. Their parents were doctors. You see some children like this, shit, they got a little dose of maybe some copper or some shit, and you know what I'm saying, it ain't no motherfucking seizure. But they have to learn. Now you got your baby just sitting here? No. Exercise. Move your body. Give them some fucking real goddamn milk. 2, don't fucking put somebody on some drugs and all that shit without giving them natural things to build their fucking blood. Where are the vitamins? Where are the minerals? Dumbass motherfuckers, you sit there and skip that class. Shit, the fuck? Vitamins, minerals. I never knew about the fucking what is it, periodic table, the polygamy theory, all this motherfucking shit. But I know it now, and so how the fuck you gonna tell me that I was supposed to learn that before? But I have a child. I got grandchildren, grandnieces and nephews that are not mine. I don't want anything to do with them because I don't know them. I have moved on in my fucking life. I'm not gonna call them. If they call me, I answer the phone. I am not cold. I am not bitter. I'm not any of that. Them are not my exact grandchildren, but I got a tattoo. I chose to motherfucking say I can walk my brother's walk. I can do the things that I have to do to take care of myself and my life, and I don't have to worry about shit. But I am not dying. I did not die with my brother. I am not dead. I am not my brother. Them are my brother's children, and I am not responsible for them. Fuck that. But what I'm saying is, if I have enough to teach and go and do things, but I want to learn for myself. This ain't, I got some stuff that I have to give from my own life, from my own self. I know this song is going to come on. What's like what it is. But so I go in and fill out some paperwork at a doctor's office. I put that I was depressed and shit. I wasn't depressed. I didn't have the definition. I'm letting these children tell me because they didn't been mistold. When you lose your motherfucking famous blanket, that is not depression. You don't tell them, okay. You do not make a motherfucking Flintstone shaped motherfucking vitamin and not explain why is it in the shape of a Flintstone. Them motherfuckers was driving their car, running their goddamn feet. Make it make sense. Shit, Centrum silverware. Because it's a specific amount of what is needed and what is gathered and all this different stuff at a specific age. Why? Because people giving sperm, giving blood, giving, you saying, or have to continue development. I can sit around and focus on my own life and understand what I'm supposed to do for myself without somebody trying to overpopulate me and stop my left brain, right? I'm saying, I don't know what the fuck the shit, what they call it. I am whole. They have convinced me to try to break down all of my whole life into pieces so that they can all have, listen, they needed 2 signatures to activate my dad's power of attorney, medical power of attorney, durable power of attorney. So they got so many motherfuckers. I guess they're gonna say, ain't none of you bitches gonna ever, they building up a wall of motherfucking protection around me until these motherfuckers figure out that they were lying, until you fuck around and look at yourself and want to spend your own money. But some people are gonna say that they living for other people. I ain't living for nobody else. I'm not living for my children. I'm not living to hope that a motherfucker will be there for me. No, I'm living for myself. These motherfuckers want to send me off. You want to ask for a psychological evaluation. Why the fuck did you chapter 51 me? Because you said that I shit outside? When y'all stalked me all through the fucking town? You didn't even find any poop out there? You had to look where I had my shit nicely neated, put it in my motherfucking wagon without a search warrant? But how much shit did I steal? Enough shit to go motherfucking around. Enough shit to go around. I was stealing motherfucking lobster tails and brisket. Shit. Well, I really want to have. I wasn't really stealing. I was putting a little money what I could. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker, you see what all I'm stealing out here? The little $200 motherfucking dollars that you get ain't enough to buy shit but fucking ramen noodles and shit. For what? To fuck up give me a motherfucking what? pH motherfucking balance. So you say I got a yeast infection that you want to take some of that from? You want some yeast buildup, motherfucker? Or you want a bladder infection? You want some motherfucking cancer? I don't got cancer. But that's what you soon motherfuckers will see, that they take the good stuff in somebody and take it, but then take it enough away from them that they can't even keep any for themselves. Because every open door is not an open door. And I can't sit up here and blame everybody for doing that shit to them when knowing good and well that some people are sitting here uninformed into organizations and things. Just because I don't get food stamps, I don't get medical or anything like that. But just if I did, you are not initiated where I'm calling them, please, okay, I need information. Okay, well, they don't have it. They tell me to go back and forth to each other to get them. Oh, no, call that number. But then they say your local city, your county that you are in decides what kind of care you get. Them same bitches that sit here saying that I'm insane, they get to choose who the fuck, what kind of care they get, what kind of insurance they get. If they get on what is it called? Not a PPO, a motherfucking, what is HMO? Maybe a PPO? Shit. The motherfuckers sit up there and decide whatever the fuck they can motherfucking decide. They say the foster children get the worst care. They get the worst insurance, but they steady want to list my son as a foster care, and they want me to agree to it. They don't show me any paperwork. They go to everybody else to sign it, the motherfuckers, and then they have told the court system that I have refused to sign motherfucking paperwork. You know why? Because they have believed that I am in their custody. Because I have been in jail, so they have chosen to forge my signature, forge his stuff, and now they got these fake ass court appointed. They got a garden hide on my shit. And he talking about he gonna give me information why is he a guardian ad litem in a few days and still haven't. A few days is unethical. That's enough to report him. What kind of attorney tells me a few days? That's unethical. Racine County Jail Racine County Jail, it don't stop. Racine County Jail tried to keep me in jail longer, at least 3 days longer than my sentence. The public defenders are pretenders. They pretend like they care, but they know that they are harmful. I guess they have a strategy, they get some fairness in there, right? And I don't know what fair means. But for them, this man will tell me that Racine County Jail tells him, because it's supposed to be 90 days. They said 3 months. And you know how they is? I checked my release date. I said, no, this is far beyond my release date. Racine County Jail says I'm supposed to get out like May 19th because I was revocated. Okay? So, but check it how I was revocated. I could have got an alternative to revocation, right? The motherfucker sit there and was mean to me and asked me did I want to choose an alternative to revocation. Not a sanction, whatever. It's a sanction or alternative revocation. One of them shit. I don't give a fuck, but it wasn't supposed to happen. Racine, probation, and parole. The supervisor came out there in Racine County Jail, right? First of all, I said something to that motherfucker. I said, you lied to me, you fat ass motherfucker. I ain't say that. I ain't call him a fat ass motherfucker. But I did. I didn't touch him, but I confronted him. Listen, he lied. He didn't even want me to write my own stuff. Told me that I'm taking too long. You know what I'm saying? Just sign the papers and just go about my business. You know what I'm saying? He don't have enough sheets, so since he didn't have enough sheets, I couldn't write my full statement. Then they said that I did not write any statements, right? So they had to produce them because there's some cameras somewhere, I suppose. So they say, do I want? I said, well, I have to call my mom to see if she wants to keep my children, and then I can decide if that will be more appropriate for me or if I want to take this to court. They then was about to tase the fuck out of me. They had this bitch I was dating, please do not leave. They said that I had attacked the man. They said, that's it. They're not giving me, they're just going to revocate me. It was unlawful. I have all this power in my hands. Not because I asked for it, not because I even want it, because it's mine. The man leaves, right? Supervisor, the same supervisor they said I caressed his hand. So they're going to get me one way or another with sexual harassment. I reached over, tore his hand, didn't even touch it. And then I said, oh, I wasn't trying to, you know what I'm saying, bother you. But they said I caressed his hand. And like he didn't like it. Nigga, you sitting here trying to beat me up in front of these three, one fucker, two. No, it was the one. And then they brought the other one that eventually became probate. That bitch was really hated. Bitch, please, what you look like a volleyball player, bitch. I'll spike on your ass. So, this motherfucker, please, this motherfucker, they walked off and said I refused to sign the sanction or alternative to revocation. This is in March, like around somewhere 2023 Racine County Jail. Oh, they had me in medical segregation too. And I read that that's really a hard thing, you see what I'm saying? I don't know. You ain't about to make me feel important. Like, oh, I'm special because you locked me. They lied and said I was talking to my motherfucking pillow. I didn't even have a pillow. Then they said I stole the mental health motherfucking ink pen. But they ain't never searched for the ink pen. Where was the fucking ink pen? Oh, I guess it was the ink pen when I went to Kenosha to get some of that motherfucking ink on there so they could say, see, some of her paper has ink. Motherfucker, that was a red kit. Holding that motherfucker, I said, what y'all trying to do, give me hypothermia? So then, they revocate me, right? But then the public defender says, go ahead and sign this. I don't want to really hear much about it. You know what I'm saying? You'll be able to talk about that. He didn't want me to discuss it with him at all, right? He's supposed to be my attorney, but he's not. He's a public motherfucker defender. That's too broad. Not public privacy. This motherfucker, just like other motherfuckers too, tells me that if I sign to not go to court, that I would be out that week. He said that I would be out that week, that I can get out on a bracelet, all this different shit. Ankle monitor bracelet. Now, I call it a bracelet because that's how I learned it. But I realized that there's some sneaky motherfuckers that be trying to win some shit and they have no ground to step on. So, he lied to me. He played me in court that day. He ran after these bitches. What y'all trying to do? Catch a midday orgy or what? Because you sure didn't speak up for me. Because you didn't even reply to me. In his notes, he's like, that I was calling him. They motherfucker, I called her. I said, listen, they trying to, this bitch, somebody with name Davis, hit me in my motherfucking face. Because I didn't want to pick up somebody's panties. It was a tray of food. This bitch had her panties on the thing. Then they had me fucking damn that babysitting somebody that they had fucked up. She walked in that bitch like she was a baby, right? She got off that motherfucking medication. She looked like she was calling her daughter, talking all, you know what I'm saying? Talking just like she was her motherfucking age. The fuck? I heard her making, you know what I'm saying, administrative decisions to get off this medication, that medication. And I seen her motherfucking come from being damn near handicapped, unless that bitch was playing her ass up. But how did I magically see her in Kenosha? So they telling me to tell her how to use this, tell her how to use that. So they getting upset with me about my motherfucking tray of food, all this different shit. So this bitch sit there and then so they say, shut down, close down, this and that and the other. You know what I'm saying? So this motherfucker, I snatched that motherfucking sheet out her hand, bitch. Threw that bitch on the motherfucking ground. Bitch, that's all I need to tell you. Don't you ever put your motherfucking hands on me. I'm not stupid up in this motherfucker, bitch. But why you change your motherfucking name and you no longer motherfucking Gloria, bitch? You don't fucking know me. But I'm not about to catch another charge so they can get me on something that I did motherfucking do knowing I ain't supposed to be in this bitch at all. Huh? So Racine County Jail says that they're going to pick any 3 months. Some are 31 days, some are 28, 29, and some are 30 days. So they choose to take this is what they told me. They choose to take any of them 3 months. That's how the court, I said, no, it's not. Oh, I called, and so they had me downstairs in holding. 1 week she was in holding, then they bring me up. So eventually she just bombed out that bitch, and on like around Mother's Day, I got out. Thank you. But I seen this motherfucker sitting there in Racine County Jail having seizures. That motherfucker, I seen her standing up. She's knocking. They weren't trying to feed her appropriately. They don't care. I had to report all this public records, that motherfucking commissary shit. So I had to kept sending. The internet was barely working. She was having seizures. Come to find out, that's the same motherfucker. They did her the same way in Kenosha. Carter. They set her up. I found some shit that she had went through or whatever. But they left her for dead. And eventually sent her out of Racine and sent her to another county. And then eventually, I'm like, I'm not about to give her no water. I'm not giving her shit. That's what I said. I'm not about to sit here and let motherfuckers lay with me and be all, I don't know your condition. You're not about to come to me and die or go through some kind of shit and I be fucked up. I have too much to live for out here. I am not a motherfucking Department of Correction employee. Department of Correction, that's too small. The Department of Correction, that's not enough. And so I call him and I'm like, they about to lock me up and send me to the hole. For what? What the fuck did I do? They had sent her first down there. But then all of a sudden they said that, because this is what happened. So the guard, Tracy, she wants to get a statement from her, and she said, "Hey, she said, Davis, you gonna report this shit? You got a problem with it?" I said, "Do you got a problem with it?" She said, "No." I said, "I don't got a problem with it." She said, "You gonna sign the paperwork? You got something bad to say about me or some shit?" I said, "You got something bad to say about me?" She said, "No." I said, "No, I don't have to use them to handle my problems." So because I didn't sign the motherfucker, and maybe she didn't sign the motherfucker, they said they got the motherfucker upset with that shit. Nigga, I handle my problems on my own. Now, bitch, I'm talking to her loud like, "Hey, what's up? Fuck you, bitches. You believe that I'm about to sit here and sell her to you? And you know? How you love that?" And then so these motherfuckers sit out here and then associated me with her. So it's like something what's the name? I didn't have anybody. It's like a conflict or whatever. So that I can't be in the same place as her, whatever. So I called him. He did nothing about it. What kind of attorney are you? You want me to keep going to these same weak ass motherfuckers? Strong attorney. Shit. They hardly was giving me my tablet, the tablet that I was supposed to have. He comes there. The same motherfucker Tracy. She retired from there now. I don't give a fuck. She said, the attorney, the public defender had to leave. Oh, that's illegal. What do you, she made? I said, you about to leave? You about to let her tell you that you can't meet the me? He was letting them up. He claimed he let them boss him. He walked out so motherfucking happily. Wouldn't you want to do your work today? So they tried to give me all these. So I was able to call to Racine Courthouse, and then she sent. Oh, they didn't even want me to have my. Oh yes, they didn't even want me to get my signature bond from Kenosha. Come to find out, that's what it was. I looked in the paperwork. The signature bond had already been sent, but he said he did not have it. He said Kenosha had it. So I had to call to Kenosha. Kenosha sent it right over within 15, 20 minutes or whatever. I had to pay them a couple dollars. I don't know how much, like $2 or something for it. I signed it that same motherfucking day on May 3rd. Just so happened. It wasn't shit intentional. It just so happened. That's when I had got the phone call through. The same motherfucking guard that Tracy, she was working there for a while, whatever. She didn't want me to. She said that she wouldn't even send my paperwork over so I can get off on that man had me sign that stuff, public defender's office. Didn't get out on the bracelet ever. The man had told me that they had room, but after word got out to them, he no longer had room. So I'm making notes and shit. So I'm not supposed to be upset? Just because of only that. So it's not that. Just what if it's not them? What if I'm still dealing with all this stuff? Piles and piles of shit and caseloads and paperwork that I have to go through, and it's on a time clock. And I don't have what I need. I don't have my money. I don't have my stuff. But I'm in trouble. And I fucked up. And I'm all this different stuff. But they said that they would not ask for my signature bond. So they were trying to steal me in jail. Just the same as Racine tried to steal me in jail when I was on a 45-day in Kenosha. Back in like 2008 or something like that. They tried to say that my dad didn't pay cash to bond me out of jail. So they're about to take me after I was released. Racine, Wisconsin. So my dad had a receipt. See, they'll be careful with that motherfucking cash shit. Fuck that. Keep your receipts. They don't want a motherfucker to be organized. That's why they want motherfucker out. So that's why they tried to take every piece of all my dad paper, all my shit, man. It's a mess. But they know it all. And the more and more they find somebody to read, the harder and harder they try to what? Promote me. And so the woman has sent over, they had been dishonest. Just like Benjamin Schwartz told me that if I didn't sign that paper after they had already went to court, that was not the day. That was not August 4th, 2023. Oh, what a year to be alive. I said, what you mean indefinitely? He said, that means that forever. So sign it or whatever. He wasn't even supposed to be on it. His name is not anywhere on there, but he said that chapter 51 came from Gerard Davila from that case, right? I said, how? No, it wasn't. It was separate. It never was mentioned. They're trying to convince me at the Wisconsin State Public Defender Office that it did. But his name was nowhere on it. They said Brian Roth. They never told me. I got this paperwork right here. This not even all of it. This isn't even all of it. And I had 2 cases. They copy and paste things. They have shit wrong. It's inappropriate in so many ways too. So they never told me about the court dates. They went to talk without me. Get them transcripts. They never told me that they changed the attorneys. They had my phone number and my email address. Alyssa Foster said that the Wisconsin State Public Defender's Office never gave her Brian Ross files, nor, of course, not Benjamin Schwartz file. The doctor, please, at Rogers Behavior Memorial Hospital, right? She said, I don't like this. This is unprofessional. It's unethical. It doesn't seem right for how it's a criminal. And she had access to all the paperwork if she wanted it. Definitely. She was the point of contact. She was trying to get the case put in Milwaukee. I didn't even have to have an attorney, and they chose to give me an attorney without even asking me if I want a public defender. That was illegal. You don't just appoint somebody a power attorney because they Chapter 51. What do I want Chapter 51 for? Because my baby was crying and you all sit there and gang stalk me? I can go nuts out here in the street listening to heavy metal if I want to. I don't give a fuck about you. You don't tell me what to get in, what the fuck how to dance. She said, how is it appropriate? I said, that's the Schwartz. I said, no. I said, I never even want him. I told him I did not want him to be my attorney from the beginning. Melinda L. Benjamin said that, I guess they said I was supposed to be incompetent. That bitch, because she accepted a plea without my permission. It said it had been resolved. It was some kind of writ in the system that they never would tell me what kind of writ it was. I'm like, how are you resolving something without, how does this case resolve? You accepted a plea. She was trying to convince me that I was a felon too. That's how motherfuckers, they get it, motherfucker. I'm not dumb. But you want to read it in and dismiss it and read it out? Fuck you. No, y'all ain't even explain it right to me. None of them explain that shit right to me. So you gonna read this shit in and so try to blame me with it so you can get away with double jeopardy? No. Because how you supposed to, and then talk about I'm supposed to listen to you? Never. So these motherfuckers sit out here and had him stand up on the case. She's like, that don't seem right for a criminal, for you to have the same attorney as a criminal. Because I was like, what? No, I don't want him on my case. She motherfuckers sit there and call me incompetent. And she didn't even tell me that she was not even working there anymore. I'm asking too many questions. Talking about she talked to me more than any other client that she ever had. I was like, oh, this can't be fucking true. Then these motherfuckers gonna tell me after she did that to me to release my son. to go out with her. So y'all believe that y'all about to put on a show in front of all these people as if I'm about to let my son walk out the door, and they tell me if I bring my son back to court, social services is going to take him. And sure enough, they did take him. Before that, on the chapter of motherfucking 51, they won my baby. For what? You're criminalizing him. You have him on all these fucked up programs, all these bright programs, and the things that could be available to him. You choose not to have him involved, but you try to say that he's a defendant. How is he a defendant? In a child in need of protection case, I don't give a fuck how you try to slice it, dice it, fry it, dye it, and lay it to the side. Any of that. I don't care how you present it. They always talk about, I'm not being productive. No, from what I read, it's purposeful. And they don't want to introduce purposeful because that'll give me a strong enough approach that it'll educate me and it'll enlighten me and turn on a motherfucking light bulb. So they want to keep the shit nice and low. They're not whining and dining me. So he does the same, they do the same tactics. They try to, stop me from talking, try to change the subject rapidly, do everything like that. And this is their strategy. This is what they learn. So then I call Racine, and she sends over, and so then therefore they could not deny me. But the public defender from Racine says to me, figure it out. You got a tablet right there. I know you can figure it out on your own. He wouldn't even research the information and make sure I got out. How did I was able to call just like that? How was I able to call just like that and make it happen for me? I called to Kenosha Court. They did everything that they had to do appropriately. I called to Racine courts. They did whatever they had to do appropriately. I wrote that judge. I said, you know what? I'm in my 30s. It's a bad reputation for black women out here where they're making me into perhaps like an endangered species. They try to tell me at 30 years of age, I no longer can have my womb. I can no longer live my life. I can no longer do that. Okay. And I say today, if it's a man's world, that's fine. But you are not going to keep tearing me apart just so that you can figure out how to fucking get there and your ass won't even eat the right motherfucking food. I'm just saying, if that is the case, but it's not all the time. It ain't no battle of the sexes. So I tell her, I say, me being black, it don't have me to do all the time with being a woman. But I let her know. I wrote her that letter. Never got a reply. Never got a response. Kenosha tried to get Racine to adopt the incompetency on me. Fuck me all up. How are you sitting there using incompetency from two different court cases? You try to get Racine drop the case. But they still got the information from Kenosha. Kenosha's trying, because they cheated. They used the incompetency from a criminal case and put it over. I said, how are you doing this? This is inappropriate. You cannot use incompetency from another case. That is not like, but they're tricking people. Incompetency to stand trial is not the same incompetency to try to take over my life and saying that I don't know about how to live. Who does know how to live every motherfucking situation? I know how to live my life. I don't know about you. So they're like, what, hazing me? It don't matter how you look at the situation. It don't matter what the fuck. So what? You make it hard on somebody to try to kill them and what, entice me into a situation that is so inappropriate for me at all. So they're misleading in the court system. Soda in my cup.
said that until
These is ice cream so laboratory though. There's some soda in my cup. Some ice. They are using all kinds of tactics. For whatever reason, I really don't know. But I'm not going to continue to adopt and adapt these old ways that are not useful. You are not saving lives here for me. What you doing? Taking somebody's whole family's cord blood, their umbilical cords, clipping the placenta so that you suffocate my baby so you can get all of it still pushing through. Some people still have that baby outside the body and that placenta still be there. But you want to trick them and they run out of the delivery room with the placenta and probably an extra baby. Yes, it is. Now, how many babies you selling? Tell the truth. And if you are, if you're not, I don't care. But the thing about it is, may I see what I have. And all I have is myself. And so therefore, I don't need you to constantly tell me how fucking stupid I am. Tell me that my body means nothing. And I sit here. They had me on drugs. I was not feeling my menstrual cramps or anything. I feel all myself. I am not on any drug. I haven't been on any drug, not even a Tylenol, ibuprofen since about 2022. Nothing. No alcohol. No nothing. And I'm alive to this day. Kenosha County Jail lied and said that they was giving me medication. They said on November 3rd, 2023 that they had given me some seizure medications. They lied and said that I had seizures. I never had a seizure ever. I never ever had a seizure. But they had me listed like I had seizures. They said that they were taking my blood pressure. Never took my blood pressure. Also forced me to get an injection for motherfucking tuberculosis. I don't know. They did not tell me what was in it. But they told me if I did not take it, then I would have to go into solitary confinement. I guess they want me to suffer in silence. Every generation to come is being more and more and more put in a situation to get further and further away from reality of life. They're draining blood and then convincing others that they have to have. I'm Jasmine Renee Davis. That they have to have artificial things. Every once in a while, what is it? Gemini might pop up. Shit might say something to me on the phone. It's interesting. I like the conversation. That's fine. But I do not have to be that. Some people might want to get surgery and turn into this so that they can live forevermore. That's the only way that they can figure this out. Because what is it? There's war. Many. And then they try to have a spiritual warfare. But why I can't be out here fighting? I have no weapons. All I have is myself. Unless I have my strength. So they try. Ever have a fucking headache? Sometimes a headache will put a motherfucker down on their ass and be in a fetal position or whatever. I've had headaches before. And maybe it wasn't a headache. Maybe it was me growing. Some people sit up there and they have all kinds of, they get antibiotics. And maybe that's the body coming and experimenting something. Oh, I'm getting this. Oh, my skin is thickening. I'm getting stuff. I'm growing. I have menstrual motherfucking cycle with blood come out of me to make sure I want that. Motherfucker sit there ever see a man scream and holler when he having an orgasm. Get the fuck out of here, man. Get good to you, doesn't it? Sometimes you might be a little bit upset that you came a little early. Don't worry, some more again. Oh, you malnourished, fuck. Busting blanks and shit, blue balls for what? Oh, because you're fucked up out here. You hungry. Oh, damn. Some motherfuckers still walking around with milk. Not me. Get the fuck out of here, man. How you fucking sitting there sending me to jail and you want to ask me to identify as a woman, looking at my naked body, seeing what I got, and ain't offer me a breast pump not one time? So my shit is dried up? Genocide. Dude. Talking about I can't even put my hand in my pants. You know they on some other shit. Don't even make sense. Oh, they tried to give me a diaper at Mendota too. Lock me in the motherfucking room. Tell me that I was inhumane. They purposely fucked me up. They didn't even. I ordered 3 boxes of my own motherfucking tampons to show them I could take care of myself. They canceled when my shit came, it was no. And they did not give me my book of stamps. Still ain't cashed that motherfucking check. And I'm out here from Mendota. Shit, and I tried to. Oh, but you believe that they just doing this shit by themselves? Hell, motherfucker, yeah. But they ain't gonna keep taking this motherfucking shit from y'all. He told me, you're hemorrhaging. They're asking for my vitals. I said, why are you asking for my vitals? They took that thesaurus away from me. Quick to the motherfucker. Couldn't wait till, bitch, you want to grab something that I'm holding that motherfucking hard to grab a little bit of fibers of my shit that you willing to get kicked? Bitches sitting up there reading all kind of shit. I can't get books. Shit, when they were nice to me until they found out that I wasn't taking. Go to your room. This not my room. They didn't like that. Every time, this ain't my room. This ain't my. You're not my social worker. Oh yeah, no, you're not. You don't even know me. How could you be my doctor? Oh, this and that and other. Nope. She said, oh, you're hemorrhaging. That's not normal for my age. You're mad. You're a nurse, bitch. You used to be a motherfucking dietary aide. Oh, you're the same motherfucker who sit there. You're a dietary aide too? Cleaning products on the same motherfucker. I was spitting up some green shit. Something green in the towels. Yes, I want to see. What the fuck I had? Shit green. What am I spitting up green? Vomiting that shit out. Green. Yes. Good thing I was able to, because some of that shit stays. They give stuff so people don't poop, pee, all kinds of stuff. Motherfuckers sit up there try to force me into stuff. Then the bitch try to back me up. I said, okay, you don't want to do that. Oh, they called me schizophrenic too because I was the only one that got up during a fucking fire alarm. They closed it. I said, what the fuck is this? Everybody in this bitch knocked out. And then they're going to say that it's not normal for me, some so-called black nurse, to get up and go to the bathroom more than once in the middle of the night and drink water. Oh, because you motherfuckers are killing in here. Who the fuck? This normal shit? This ain't my house. This whole thing ain't motherfucking normal. The next day they try to do something about me. This bitch gonna say, do you need a PRN? I said, what's that? They about to give me a PRN, a pill, so that I won't get up in the middle of the night. What, you don't want me to see them body bags floating through this motherfucker in the middle of the night? All these harsh screams from the other side over there when you got a motherfucker locked down. What y'all doing up in here in the middle of the night? Some shit that you ain't supposed to do it. Get creative and get that motherfucker shit certified. They told me that if I had blood on my pants, I could not come out the room. And they would not give me clean pants. The clothes that they were giving me already had stains on it. They refused to, they said, they give me a change of clothes. That one had a fucking stain on it. That was against their policy. So I put a sweater over my shit and came out there and used the phone. When it was time for me to make, and they were limiting my legal costs too. Right at Winnebago and motherfucking up there. Right at Mendota. And motherfuckers weren't even using the phone. They even had a cordless phone. Yes, it is. Now, I called non-emergency on them motherfuckers. They got kidnapped me. If anybody looking for, I called Kenosha. They said Kenosha had called them and told them don't let me use the phone. They restricted. They had to dial the phone. Then they kept on trying to give me. I'm not dialing this number, motherfucker. You ain't keeping me in this bitch. I'm out of here. Stupid ass motherfuckers. I'm self-paid. I don't have the insurance. They didn't even give me my paperwork. Oh, they stole my spoon too. Paid for that motherfucking spoon. Now. Winnebago took my spoon. Oh, and they didn't send my mail off too. My mail got right back in my property. They was telling the motherfucker I was chapter 51. They told me they gonna put a catheter in me and make me pee in the bed. They said pee in the bed. They put a catheter because I wasn't getting with the program. I wasn't taking the motherfucking medication. Sheriff deputies in Kenosha, Royal motherfucking hospital. So. Not my problem. There's no way that I have to die. I prove it. I cannot sit up here and I have to unlearn so much shit. It gets me so upset when I accidentally call myself a personal problem. But I guess if I work somebody's job, I have to understand. I had to find a way to say something that is neutral, that it sounds intelligent. And then I have to learn how to continue to say that without looking stupid. Fuck y'all, man. Oh, what about the motherfucker Racine County Jail want to let me out of jail in the middle of the motherfucking night, right? Check this out. They talking about because I had mental health problems. I never show anything of mental illness at all there. So, but that's what they expect me to. Because, man, that motherfucking fool, you know. So, Racine County Jail comes and say they release. Oh, they already didn't want to release me. They needed them 3 days make a difference. If they give somebody some heavy poison, they were already trying to freeze me. It was so cold in that motherfucker. I said, what you trying to do? Give me hypothermia? So the woman kept coming. What's your phone number? What's your phone? I'm saying, I'm supposed to be released. Y'all need to let me out of here. It's past the time I'm supposed to be released. Usually they're released in the daytime. So this is what they told me. That I had to let a sheriff deputy drive me. But they had locked me up. A whole bunch of motherfuckers. When I said something, it was a group of them that came out. They about to make me stay in jail. So I said no. They didn't even want me to call my mom. No, you have to get a ride for a sheriff deputy. No, I can walk right out of jail. I am released. This is court order. You're not keeping me in jail. You cannot do this to me. They tried to tell me that I had to let a sheriff deputy and I had to tell them where I was going. I said, I don't have to tell you where I'm going. You motherfuckers say that I'm mentally ill in your place, but I'm not mentally ill outside. I didn't do anything inappropriate in that jail. I was even making sure if I had enough motherfucking commissary, I passed a motherfucking pack of noodles to every motherfucker around in that bitch. Fuck y'all, man. Oh, they didn't let me order headphones too, and it's a hard motherfucking time. Folks talking about, oh, you brought you a pair of shoes. You should have had deodorant. Oh, I got some deodorant. I'm not using this shit. I'm cleaning this motherfucker. They ain't gonna say that I did shit bogus to myself. Motherfucker put out there.
The contractor I had,
Talking about they ain't okay. They ain't releasing me without going to the sheriff deputy, right? So I said, no, my mom is about to come and get me. They wouldn't even let me call my mom. So then they called my mom. They had to go out to my mom's car and verify all this different shit. I said, what the fuck is this? It was an ambulance park right over there on the side. Right over there by the McMahon Towers, but I don't give a fuck. Whatever that shit is called over there. Oh, I guess it didn't have shit to do with me. Just like it didn't have shit to do with me when the ambulance didn't come when somebody cut me in my head, but they parked around the corner because they're gonna come. No sirens. Punishment. Fuck punishment. Say no punishment. They ain't gonna figure out who the fuck I have to be in a dumbass book. That ain't the only book, bitch. You reading a different translation. You reading all this different shit. Your law book's not even the same. Black's law and all kind of different shit that y'all have. I read so much different shit. I interpret it different. I see it just by reading it. It's totally different. Sure, and I have to continue to grow. I have to continue to be. I have to understand. But I'm going to listen to what is real. It takes a motherfucker to sit there and want the job, but don't want the motherfucker law. Why? Because it's easy. A motherfucker gonna sit there and put you on a roller coaster, on the Ferris wheel, on the carousel, constantly over and over again. They're gonna bring their best and beautiful motherfuckers and tear my teeth out my mouth and tell me that I have to do all kind of stuff and make me lose my motherfucking shit. Blow me up with this dumbass fast food that's making it look this and that and the other. And then they want to try to run my shit scans and see, oh, I'm not eating shit. Blow me up like a motherfucking balloon and my shit comes down. And then you try to say that I'm shrinking. I'm not.
That should do it.
This motherfucking shit. Fast food restaurants, so-called clinics around this bitch with 1 to 2 bathrooms. They are killing motherfuckers around here. Try to prescribe people shit, and it just goes through the system. No, I don't have to take this shit. I'm gonna find a laboratory around here. The best that I can get. Motherfuckers got some hard holes out here, and I understand that. But you fighting what's fake. You know the books. I said, can you please tell me what book you bring this out of? Can you tell me your laws? Why can't you ever support a fucking thing? Don't tell me that I'm fucking dumb. You sitting there, y'all want to know everything that I stand on. You want to tell me how to talk, tell me how to be. You want to tell me, and I have to live up everything that you say out your motherfucking mouth, but you can't produce shit to tell me what you say out your motherfucking mouth. You don't tell me and you discriminate against me. Don't tell me how to talk. No way you can tell me how to speak or talk or be average.
It's over the roof, but it's extended out, so it just extends out.
Worry about anything out here other than worry yourself.
So it's like,
Yes. That's what she's doing. Oh, goodness. Once they get 30, they old. No, I have to have blood in my body. These motherfuckers been draining my blood and doing all kinds of shit. And I could get it. Oh, but they want to put a motherfucking pharmaceutical company in Kenosha. Eli Lilly. Okay, but you let these motherfuckers sit there and give generic drugs out here. They give all the state of Wisconsin gives generic drugs on their shit. So you never hold anybody accountable. You cheating and stealing the fucking formula for everything else, but you want to call it, you want to prescribe Cymbalta, and then you want to motherfucker sit out here and give the generic form. And then these motherfuckers don't even stand by the shit. Nobody ever. Then you got to put these motherfuckers on a generic drug. And then after you put them on a generic drug, then you tell them they got to have a permission slip to get the real shit. And they probably make the generic shit too. I don't give a fuck about them. But they make more than, they make vitamins, they make milk drinks, they make some of every motherfucking thing. All these fake ass clinical trials in here, all these motherfucking blind studies, uninformed consents, and all this shit. You got a lot of cleaning up to do. Motherfuckers hating on me because I'm living goddamn proof. I've been through shit. Why not me? Huh? Why me? I don't have any trust. I don't have any respect. Gosh. This dumbass shit. You never understand? Somebody gonna say, sit there and have a doctor trying to tell them about their runny noses, and they didn't have a runny nose. They don't always have to take that shit, and I don't. Oh, and they say you can't. If you want state insurance, you can't buy your own prescription, even if it's not even from. If I go somewhere privately, I can't go and get it. No, because you want to be the mother. What in my situation? May I use it?
Oh yeah, by all means. So through the door, around past the elevators, you'll find it. It's basically behind this wall.
Do you have a water fountain?
It's out there as well.
Appreciate it.
Shake it around a bit.
Oh, look at this.
This is the water fountain. Get some Johnson motherfucking water. God damn.
Okay. Okay.
This thing gotta get their filtered. No, this ain't gonna be okay. It's right there. I don't know what they particular how they want it. got a cold. Bars. God. Ooh, man, I said it earlier. Before I ever start walking, I'm like, okay, I gotta poop soon. For real. By the time I walk, I already knew I'd be ready to poop. I said, oh shit, I had to buy something before. I said, oh, duh, I didn't have to fill up my cup. Okay, there it is. Right then and there. Got some Johnson water. Look at this, it's so different. You know? It depends on, look at the quality, how it is. It's so, I don't know, so incredibly neat, so environmentally savvy, like a motherfucker. They don't have one that is just like oriented for a specific animal species. So I walked into this woman's maybe today. Being silent on sometimes. I'm so silent to me. Somebody else in here, dog. Don't no 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 no.